Please like and subscribe and click the link in description after watching this video for more secrets. Once you've achieved your weight loss goals, it can be easy to let go and slip back into your old habits. When this happens, you may end up regaining the weight you've lost. In fact, this happens to nearly 2/3 of all dieters. However, it is possible to beat these odds and avoid regaining weight after significant weight loss. The keys are to stay focused on what you eat, commit to regular exercise, and establish a healthy lifestyle. Part 1: Tweaking your diet. 1. Eat smaller portions. After significant weight loss, your smaller body needs fewer calories to function. If you've gone back to eating the same amounts of food that you ate before you were dieting, you may need to cut down on your portion size. Losing a significant amount of weight can cause your metabolism to slow. When you drastically decrease the number of calories you're taking in, your body starts burning fat for fuel. In survival mode, your body lowers its metabolic rate so that it can continue to function on fewer calories. Once you hit your goal weight, you're still going to have this lower metabolic rate. As a result, you'll need to eat significantly less to avoid gaining weight. This can be made more difficult by the fact that levels of the hormone that tell you when you've had enough to eat can also drop after a significant weight loss, meaning you can't rely on your body to tell you when you've had enough. Counter these forces by eating smaller portions than you did before starting your diet. Eat slowly, and wait 30 minutes to an hour after eating to determine if you're hungry before eating more. 2. Check your protein consumption. When you move off of a strict weight loss diet, you may not be getting enough protein. Having a lean protein such as chicken with every meal will help build muscle and you'll feel full longer. Ideally, you want a diet that is low in fat and high in protein, particularly lean proteins. Make sure you eat breakfast every day, and include a good protein source such as eggs or yogurt in your breakfast. High-protein snacks such as almonds are good to have around if you get the munchies. Your diet should be relatively consistent as well. This doesn't mean you have to eat the same thing every day, but it does mean that you should eat the same amount and types of foods. Avoid binging over the weekends or on holidays, and keep your cheat days to a minimum if you want to avoid regaining weight after significant weight loss. 3. Start cooking at home. Many diets are based around pre-portioned frozen dinners that you heat up in the microwave. While they are convenient, eating microwavable and prepackaged meals can cause you to gain weight. Prepared meals often contain many chemicals and preservatives that your body doesn't recognize as food. Eating these kinds of meals can increase the chances that you'll regain the weight you've lost. Instead, the majority of your meals should consist of whole foods, including lots of fruits and vegetables, that you've prepared yourself. If you don't have a lot of time to cook throughout the work week, consider taking an afternoon over the weekend and cooking your dinners for the week in advance. You can freeze them and they'll be just as convenient as microwave meals to prepare. 4. Adjust your eating schedule. When you've lost significant weight, you may find that you feel hungry all the time. Eating a smaller meal every 2 or 3 hours rather than eating only 3 big meals a day will keep you from getting too hungry. Remember that losing a significant amount of weight has caused the hormones that tell you when you're hungry to plummet. Without their help, you're going to think you're hungry all the time, even though your body doesn't need any more fuel. This can make you regain the weight you lost in a hurry. Eating 5 or 6 small meals a day rather than 3 larger ones can help keep your hunger at bay and keep you from snacking too much. If you can't adjust your eating schedule very much, or if you find yourself snacking regardless, keep away from junk food and keep plenty of healthy snacks, such as vegetable sticks and nuts, nearby. For example, almonds are a healthy snack that also give you a protein boost. 5. Avoid using food as a reward. If you were previously on a strict diet that required you to forego many of your favorite treats, rewarding yourself with your favorite sugary snack can be tempting. However, these indulgences can contribute to weight gain. During your diet, you probably deprived yourself of junk food and candy, so once you've met your target weight you may think a little treat now and then won't hurt you, but combined with your slower metabolism it can cause you to regain weight. Instead of treating yourself with food, come up with other ways to reward yourself. For example, you might buy a shirt or pair of shoes you've had your eye on, or go to a movie or concert. Try to find alternatives to the high-calorie snacks you crave that won't wreck your hard-earned progress. For example, if you're a fan of pumpkin spice lattes, try a smaller size with skim milk, half the flavored syrup, and no whipped cream. 6. Be aware of what you eat. When you were on a strict diet, you may have watched what you eat like a hawk. Once you've met your goal, though, you may pay less attention, and mindless eating can contribute to weight loss. You might consider keeping a food journal. Writing down what you eat each day keeps you honest, as well as making all of your eating conscious, since you have to write it down. That simple act may save you from grabbing a piece of candy or a handful of chips just because they're there. Watch calories from beverages as well, especially if you've made the habit of going out with friends for a few drinks on the weekend or after work. These calories can add up, especially if you're drinking without thinking. Part 2. Increasing your exercise. 1. Do strength training to build muscle. If you were focused on losing weight, you may have neglected strength training because you were worried about building bulk. However, strong and healthy muscles will burn more calories and help you maintain your weight loss. Ideally, you want to dedicate 2 days per week to your upper body and another 2 days to your lower body, with days of rest in between. If you don't have 4 days available for strength training during the week, focus on whole body exercises that work out multiple muscle groups. You also can create a 10 or 15-minute routine of body weight exercises done in supersets with high intensity. Do an upper body set, immediately followed by a lower body set. If you're planning to engage in higher intensity exercises, you may want to talk to your doctor about it first and make sure you're ready for that level of exercise. 2. Train more frequently. Often it's more difficult to maintain your weight after significant weight loss than it was to lose the weight to begin with. You may need to exercise more intensely, and more often, to keep the weight off. In the months following a significant weight loss, it's important to remember that you have a slower metabolism. During that time, it's best to exercise every day if you want to avoid regaining weight. If you're doing high-intensity activities, such as high-intensity interval training, you may be able to get away with 3 or 4 shorter sessions a week. However, you generally want to get at least an hour of exercise in a day. Balance strength training and cardio over the course of the week, and keep in mind that you don't have to do all your exercise in one block each day. You can space it out, for example by taking a 30-minute walk in the morning and hitting the gym in the afternoon after work or school. 3. Vary your routine. If you become too attached to the same workout or fitness class, you may plateau and not get the benefits that you once were. You can combat this by going to a different class or trying different activities. Once you do the same exercises for several months, they become easier for your body to do, which means you won't be burning as many calories. You may want to consider a fitness bootcamp class to really get your body back into gear and start burning fat and calories again. Since many of these programs only involve a single class commitment, you can do them periodically when you need a kickstart. If you like a particular sport, you also might try joining a community sports league, or volunteering to coach a youth sports team. Most sports involve a variety of skills that will challenge your body. 4. Stay motivated. Once you've met your weight loss goals, it can be difficult to keep your efforts without something new to work toward. Plan an event or set a new goal so you have an incentive not to lose your focus. For example, you may have had a goal of being able to fit into your favorite pair of jeans. While you were dieting, you hung them in a prominent place and tried them on at least once a day. Now that they fit you perfectly, you may be left with a vacuum because you no longer have something like that to work for. Treat weight maintenance the same way you treated dieting. Schedule events or maybe even a vacation as a reward for keeping your weight within 5 to 10 pounds of your lowest weight. Your goal doesn't have to be as large as a trip, though. Make it something simple that motivates you and makes weight maintenance feel more like a mission to achieve something specific. Part 3. Adjusting your lifestyle. 1. Focus on your health. After significant weight loss, it's time to take a bit of a break from the scale. While you still want to weigh yourself at least once a week, your main focus should be on how you feel and what you can do. Keep in mind that your target weight may not have been the ideal weight for your body. If you are maintaining a moderate diet and exercising regularly, you shouldn't be too worried about gaining back 5 or 10 pounds. If you feel healthy and comfortable in your body, that's the most important thing, not the size number on your clothing tags. Just because you've met your weight loss goals doesn't mean you should abandon the scale entirely. However, if you throw away the scale, you may end up gaining more weight than you would if you continued to keep track of your weight. Keeping tabs also allows you to make adjustments early because you'll be alert to a small gain that might not be obvious otherwise. 2. Identify causes of stress. Too much stress can cause your body to retain fat. If you're too tense, try to figure out why. Target the causes of your stress and break them down by learning new stress management techniques. One way to manage stress is to unplug from technology for a set period each evening. Disconnect and take the time to experience life with family and friends. You also can do this by planning an evening out with friends at a park or coffee shop. You also may want to try meditation, which can make a big difference in lowering your stress levels and negative thoughts. Yoga or Pilates are another way to get a little exercise in along with the mental benefits of meditation. You may want to consider talking to a therapist if you're having a difficult time managing your stress levels on your own. They can talk through your problems with you and recommend stress management techniques that might work well for you. 3. Stand up. If you have a sedentary job, muscle degradation and weight gain are common. When you sit all day, you end up with a slower resting metabolism, which means you burn fewer calories when you aren't exercising. That can translate to weight gain, especially around your middle. You can keep this from happening by standing up and walking around for a couple of minutes at least once an hour. Figure out how to work standing and walking into your normal work routine. For example, you may make a habit of standing up every time you answer the phone. You also could take messages to coworkers rather than calling or emailing them. You also could talk to your boss about getting a standing desk conversion kit so that you can alternate between sitting and standing throughout the workday. Keep in mind that even if you exercise regularly, you're more at risk of weight gain if you sit all day than people who are generally active but don't work out at all. Especially if you've joined a gym or are taking exercise classes, this could mean wasting your investment in your overall fitness. 4. Get enough sleep. Adults need between 7 and 8 hours of restful sleep every night. Any less than that, and you can increase your risk of obesity by as much as 17%. Create a nighttime routine to ensure you get the sleep that you need. Avoid eating for a few hours before bed, and don't consume caffeine after 4 p.m. or so. Try to go to bed at the same time every night. Create a standard bedtime routine and stick to it. After a week or two, your body will start to associate that time with sleep, making it easier for you to follow asleep when you do go to bed. If you have a hard time falling asleep, a cup of chamomile tea may help. Relax and read a book, journal, color, or do another quiet, calming activity. 5. Talk to your doctor. Your body changes after significant weight loss, and weight gain may be a sign of a previously undiagnosed health condition. If other adjustments don't seem to be making any difference, you may want to schedule an appointment to rule out any medical problems. For example, you could have a problem with your digestive tract. This is a significant possibility if you previously were overweight or obese. Medication may be necessary to resolve the problems so you don't experience additional weight gain as a result. If you've recently started taking a new medication, there also is a possibility that weight gain is a side effect. Talk to your doctor to find out if there's another treatment that won't interfere with your weight. Please like and subscribe and click the link in description for more secrets.